everyone, my name is Aksham Dikshit and this is my channel Pen Test Diaries. So this is the continuation of the same series, Solidity programming series itself, and this is the third lecture. In this I just want to cover the content related to the data types. So what are the data types we have it in case of Solidity itself. So I'll show you that on a screen itself. So these are the list of the data types which we have it in case of, there are more also we have it. I'll just provide you the list. I'll just provide you the complete link of the Solidity documentation from where you can see that as per the requirement itself. So these are the data types which we are normally using it, but others data types also present over there itself which we can use it as per our need. So I'll start with the boolean itself. So boolean represents as a true and a false. Wheresoever we have a requirement of where the condition is either a true or a false, we have to use that boolean only. If we're talking about the integer type, it's a int and unsigned. So there is a signed one and there is an unsigned one. So there is a difference between both of the things. I'll just explain you about it. Both are data types itself, but in case of integer, you can save a data negative value also and even the positive value. But in case of unsigned one, you simply have to store only the positive value. There is nothing like a negative value. You can't store it. So that's a basic difference between both of the things itself. Now I'll just go ahead further with the address. So basically it's a 20 byte Ethereum address itself. So when you're making any code, smart contract to get it deployed, then at that time, in couple of cases you're deploying the wallets also. You want the wallets to be get integrated. So at that time we have the address. So everything is covered under the address itself. So if we're trying to get it integrated with anything else, we require the address. Like even our smart contract is trying to get it integrated with something else, we require that address of the smart contract to be get integrated. Then only we get the response on it. So that is everything is get it mapped on the basis of the address which we are getting it. So once we are deploying the smart contract, we get the address. Okay, so that's coming under, that's a 20 byte Ethereum address itself. Now we're talking about the string. It's a straightforward with the Python itself. Like if we're trying to save any content inside of it, like in that case we are using string. So either a hello world or whatever the content you just want to get it stored inside of it, you can use the string variable. Okay, that we call it as a data type. Now I'm calling it as a bytes. So dynamically sized byte array, there are two type of thing, like two type of bytes. One is a fixed one and one is a dynamic one. Actually we are dynamic one. So in case of dynamic one, we are calling as a bytes. But in case of if I'm talking about if it's a fixed one like byte n, I just have to use it. So either the value between 1 to 32, either a byte 32, I just have to use it. So that's a value we can store it over here itself. The example also I'm showing over here itself, so that's you can use it. Now these are the fixed point number itself, where you can store the decimal number. Like you can define it a decimal number, how much decimal after the value, like after the decimal, how many more values is coming out after that. Like taking example, if we're talking about the value of the pi, it's 3.14, 22 by 7 itself. If you're getting divided, you're getting 3.14, and after that also you're having some value. But the thing is that as it's a part of the fixed number, then in that case it's coming under the decimal value to be get it fixed, and 3.14 is the value for it. If we're talking about the unsigned fixed number itself, then it's called it as 2.718. There is nothing like a limit itself. You can make it n number of limit itself. So nothing like a fixed, it's unlimited value. You can use it over there itself. So whatever the value actually you're getting it, you can use it over there itself instead of just get as a control one. Okay, now this is a difference which I have already explained you about it, and this is the byte one which I have already explained you about it, and this is the link of the documentation which I'll share it on a video description section itself, so that you can go through the whole list of all the data types present in Solidity itself. So there are so many data types are present. I'm not covering everything over here itself. So now we'll go to the practical section where we have that I have already created the value for it. So you can see. So this is the program which I have already built it from my side. I'll explain you few things about it before proceeding further. As I have told you last time, like I will explain few things over here itself. So this is, we call it as a license. At the time of creating any smart contract, you require to define as a license itself. So if we are making it not for the licensed one, then in that case we can define it as this is a license, straightforward thing. Like if you're writing any smart contract for you itself, for any other sections where you don't have the license for it, you can use it. There are so many lessons present over there itself. You can figure out that with the Solidity section itself, that certificate you can use it as per the license, you can use it as per that contract you have it. Okay, so by default we are using this one, which is for our personal purpose itself. Even for the making tutorials also you can use it. This is the thing where we have to define it, which version I'm using it. So at the time, like this is the difference in as compared to any other language itself. Like in case of Solidity, like we can define that what type of version I want to use it, a Solidity version. So over here you can see that this is a version. Even I'll just define it a range over there itself. Like in couple of codes when you're seeing it, like there is a range is defined in 0.8.0 hyphen then 0.9.0, so that is a range. So whatever that version coming under the category itself, it's coming under the code. Like if anything which I'm using inside of the code of a smart contract, if anything is just belongs to that section itself, like it will run over there itself. So lower version will not work over there in case of range, only that version which is a least one and the highest one. Okay, now we'll go to the next section, which we call it as a contract value types. So define it. It's a type of thing, like at the time of defining the data type itself, like I can say that just starting the code itself, we have to define it a contract name. So everything required a name of the contract itself. So that was the reason it's a value type. So anything you can write over here itself, any name you can give it, but we have to give the name to the contract. Okay, once you define it, the name, these are the data types which we can define it just for the testing purpose itself, just to showcase you. So this is a boolean, so this is the syntax bool, you have to use it, the name of it, and the whatever the value, I just have to define it. Unit, unsigned integer, and an integer itself, address. Okay, how to define it in a data type section itself, that is the way. And this is a byte 32 itself. So once everything is working fine for it, what I am supposed to do, I'll simply have to compile, like make sure that it should be get it closed. So if you're writing any code inside of the Solidity itself, it's the margin and even that these codes will be automatically we get it popped. There's nothing like that you have to, even if you forget it, it's already be there itself. At the time when you're opening it, it will definitely get closed. So we simply have to compile it. So as it's compiled, I'll simply have to go to this section. So these are the things which we have to think about. We have to see it first. So over here itself, I'll just pick, like these are the dummy accounts which is already get it integrated with this. So I'll pick any account over here. I'll just pick this account. Okay, the gas limit is already present over there itself. Nothing we have to do with this. This is just for transaction purpose itself. We are not doing anything right now with that itself. And this is like whatever contract and where exactly is it. So contract section, it's get it defined. Now we have to click down the deploy. I'll just let me remove this first. This is the one which I have already deployed it. So let me deploy it. And once we get it deployed, you can see, so the gas value will get it consumed, and even we are getting the green mark over here itself. It means like it's successfully get it executed. If you're getting as a cross one, it's either get it executed or it's getting denied, like access is not granted over there itself. That's also one of the possibility for it. So now we'll go inside of it. You can see, like clicking on the address itself, this is the address which we have defined it, B3, this is the one. Temp, we can see that, and in case of temp 2 we can see that. So whatever the things we have defined it over here, we can able to see it over here itself. Okay, so that's all about the stuff which I want to get it covered in this video itself. So it's a small video where I'm just trying to get it cover the stuffs about it. Even I'll provide the link of the Solidity documentation itself, which you can use it. And if you are already on a advanced level itself or intermediate level itself where you want to know other stuffs also, so in that case documentation is one of the best way. But this is just for introductory purpose, I can say that, where I'm just introducing all the data which we supposed to use in Solidity. Okay, so thank you so much once again. Take care, bye bye. And if you like this video, please subscribe my channel. Thanks once again, bye bye.